Hey, what's up, guys? Um, so I woke up this morning, and I could hear that my dad was listening to uh, some pastor, uh, you know, doing a Sunday word, and I just woke up ranting to myself. What I was ranting to myself was is that to basically wrap it all up. Like you don't. It's one of those things that you know, but you don't really realize what it is because you were a kid. But it's all one big show. Churches on Sunday. At least I'm speaking to the Southern Baptist sector of Christianity because they're sectors, and we can't even agree on one Christ. We want to say it's the truth, but we don't. Okay. Uh, so my whole thing was is that pastors always have like that singy voice when they preach. Some do, not well, most do. Some don't. I like the ones that just stand up there and just tell me something. You know what? It's not even that they're telling me something. They could be saying the same dumb shit, the same vague soliloquies about how people don't come to church and how people love Satan more than like. I love how Christians act surprised that people like to sin, because sinning is fun. Sinning is fun as shit. But you're not supposed to. Well, it's not even that. Well, yeah, you're not supposed to, but it happens. You're not gonna tell people to not be themselves, to not be humans. What's really crazy is that they get upset. Pastors get upset at that people will come into church and like be half-assing it. And to that I say, well, first of all, Sunday is just one big show. And that's not bad, but if it's supposed to be a show, it's a terrible fucking show. It's boring as hell. It's terrible. It's horrible. But you get what you pay for. It's a terrible show. Because if you think about it, everybody is performing. It's all a performance, and there is an audience there to witness all of it. And these are the people that are less talented than the people that are actually performing. Rightfully so. Or maybe not. Whatever. But what I'm trying to say is the pastor is not exempt from also being a showman. Spending one whole week to write a Shakespearean soliloquy is a performance. It's a performance piece. Right after everybody's done singing their songs and making presentations, the main show, the headliner is your pastor. They the headliner because they are the one person in the most fanciest garbs speaking to the rest of us, and we all have to sit and listen. And they're bad. They're bad because they're not saying anything that people don't already know. It's a bunch of truisms. You think you're telling us the truth, and you are, but it's a truism. And I lack. This is when you play an RPG and you go into that part of the level where, yeah, you could do it, but you should bring some med packs with you because you don't know the skills to just breeze through this. And I don't know the words I'm supposed to know to breeze through this. So pardon me if I use for lack of a better expression, use a bunch of med packs. if I use a bunch of boosters because the little bit that I got from the pastor was true. What she was saying was true. You know, that people don't know the scriptures. That's all I got, really. I was like kind of half listening, because all she was mainly saying was that the point that she really wanted to drive home, which was actually false, is that people don't know God. Nah, nigga. No, people know who God is. Trust me. People know who God is. That's a fact. People know who God is. The most extreme view that you can have on this planet is that I'd rather worship Satan than worship God. And then right under that is, nigga, that nigga don't even exist. And those viewpoints are, one viewpoint is louder than the other, I'll say that. So people know who God is, but they're getting a very terrible idea of who he is. Which, in my opinion, isn't that far off, but maybe we'll get to that. Here's what I'm trying to say. What are you trying to say, Matt? What I'm trying to say is that pastors would have a better time getting people to come to church, if that's their problem, by actually figuring out how to get people there instead of getting mad that people don't come. One of the ways is to make your Sunday fucking show the best show in town. That's what you do. You put all effort and energy into your big show so that you have all the free time to do the rest of the work during the week, which I think is the actual problem, is that no Christian that comes to church is encouraged to really put in any work. There's no work to put in, because all we're concerned, all that we, and I say we, because even though I'm not in the church and I don't really claim to be a Christian no more, it's still in my heart. It's still there. You know, you train up a child in the way that they should go and they won't depart from it. Ooh, somebody don't know their scriptures. What I'm saying is that there really is no, at least from my experience, I'm just speaking from my experience. I guess I should disclaim that everything that I say is from my experience. But the problem is that a lot of people experience the same thing, which is there's no incentive, unfortunately. Like, we're all still sinful fucking humans. You think just because you know the scriptures better than I do that I'm just supposed to listen to you? I'm supposed to trust not man, but the Father. You're a man. He's the Father. You just the figurehead. So I'm really supposed to be listening to you and your interpretation of the gospel just because you wear a really nice suit and talk at me and reprimand me for going to the club instead of teaching me how to take Jesus into the club? Ooh, you won't hear that sermon at all. Want to know why? Because Christians can be very exclusionary, which is easy to do. And again, rightfully so. You're not supposed to engage with people who don't want to serve God at all. But I tell you what, there are people out there that really wish harm on people. There are really people out there that want to rape children. There are really people out there that's worshiping the fuck out of Satan. Yeah, fuck those niggas. You know what? I'll fucking bring it back to Knights of the Old Republic, because that's my shit right now. I just had to kill a bitch because her dark side was tainting the meditation grove. I'm going to say that again. Her dark side was tainting the meditation grove. Not her, the dark side. Because the dark side was in her. All you had to do was get rid of the dark side. What does that mean, Matt? Well, I'll tell you what it means. When you're a Jedi, your only mission is to eradicate the dark side. When you are a Jedi, you are about the light. And then you are about justice. And then you are about protecting your people. So, if I want to get rid of the dark side as a Jedi, if I'm light, what should I do to the dark? I should just shine my light on the dark, right? But what if the dark gets weird? What if the dark just decides to not, to just be? Can it? Actually, it can't. Scientifically, it can't. What are you saying, Matt? What are you saying, Matt? I'll tell you what. I'll say it again. I killed the bitch to get rid of the dark. I didn't care, really. I was still upset about the. I was. I was I was still upset about the murder investigation, so I didn't give a fuck no more. I just wanted to kill people. But what else could I have done? Cause when you fight her, you stop. The game stops for you. I didn't stop. The game stopped. But she said, "Why did you stop if you knew that I was full of the dark side and you need to get rid of it and you need to kill me to get rid of it?" Nobody said anything. And I knew this, but I didn't give a fuck. I just wanted to fight because I wanted to get experience points. But I knew better. All you had to do was talk to her. Say, "Hey, listen, if you were truly evil, you would still try to attack me." Because it's funny. She attacks you first. She goes, "Rah, I'm an evil person." And she freezes my friends. And then she tries to fight me. And if I didn't have no med packs, she would have won. But she just fights me. I didn't say nothing to her. She attacked me first. But what's interesting is that if you go back to the council and they ask you what happened, saying that she just attacked me without speaking a word is a lie. And I'm like, what? That wasn't a lie. She really did just jump up and go, "Rah!" What's the point, Matt? There is no point. How about that shit? How about there's no point at all? How about I know that I'm wrong? I know that it doesn't matter what I say. I'm not in the field no more. I'm the one that took off. I'm the one that handed in my badge and my gun. I was in the church at one point and served. I did what they told me to do. Oof, that sounds familiar. I did what everybody told me to do. And you know what? I still walked out not fucking getting it because there's nothing to get. Because because it seems like the agenda nowadays is just get people in the church. We just want them here. And do what with them? Tell them shit that they already know, berate them for shit that they already feel shitty about without actually teaching them how to get better by just telling them if you just hang around Christian people, you'll just be better. Here's a big ass machine. We're not going to tell you how it works, but just know that if you work it, it works. Some people are going to be intimidated by that. Well, how does it fucking work? Oh, we don't know. We just let the machine do what it does. Some people out of their own safety aren't going to fuck with the machine because the machine might kill them. And if we all know God as well as I think we do, we all know he's not a stranger to killing people. It's why Jesus had to step in the first place, which is funny. It's funny. You don't know it's hilarious. I'm a unpopular opinion. I don't think the church gives Jesus as much credit as it really should. I know the whole Christianity symbol is the cross, but we don't really like worship that nigga. It crossed my mind a couple of days ago. There was a whole point in blah blah blah. So out of context, it kind of just sounds dumb, but I think it's more easier for people to say God than Jesus because God is more vague than Jesus. It's easier for people to just say God all over the place. That's why people like saying Jesus is God. I would always argue with people in school about when they said God said this, and I'm like, no, nigga, Jesus said that. Well, what's the difference? The difference is one is in a chair. The one actually came down and tried to teach us shit because God wouldn't. God was in the sky. Hey, yo, stop fucking doing that. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. And people didn't like that. People would live their lives trying to do stuff, and then they just hear some big ass. I mean, if that's the way it worked, hey yo, all right, just stop. All right. People keep doing stuff, and I tell them no. Why do they keep doing stuff, and I tell them no? Jesus talking. Well, maybe it's because you're not telling them what to do. I'm not telling them what to do. I'm talking. I did this joke already. If you go to the beginning, I did this joke already. But isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? All praise be to God. Nah, nigga, all praise to fucking Jesus. That nigga's dope. Jesus all fucking day. Like another unpopular opinion. God fucking sucks. But when you're God, you get to suck. That's fine. That's understandable. You're powerful. You're fucking all-knowing and shit. You created stuff. Yeah, of course you're going to have an ego. So how does your son have to calm you the fuck down and go, yo, listen, hold up, wait. I'm going to go down there and I'm going to help them. I'm going to show them how this works. And he put in work every single day for as long as he was an adult. Put in work every single fucking day. And that's all I wanted to say. Christians don't do that. Christians don't put in work every fucking day because there's no incentive to. There are people out there that take care of homeless people, that buy groceries, that do all kinds of great things, never set foot in a church. Are they bad because they don't know the gospel? Are they bad because they haven't accepted Jesus into their heart? Well, maybe they're not bad, but they might not get into heaven, and that's sad. It is. And you know what all it takes is that you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that Jesus died on the cross for your sins, and you'll be saved. Jesus Christ is Lord, right? But apparently it's not that easy because you still got shit you got to do. You can't just believe that, can you? Can you? Can you just believe that? Is it that easy? Because it's a lifestyle. But people will still judge you for the shit that you do or don't do. Because God wouldn't like it. Fuck God. Fuck him. Fuck God. Jesus is where it's at. Jesus is the one that actually died for me.